everybody, and welcome to the SModCo Morning Show, broadcast from the home of the comic book men, Jane and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. My name is Ming Chen. Sitting across from me, Mr. Mike Zapsik.
What's up, Ming? I love that song. Can I say that every time I hear it? Love that song. I want to get that song as my ringtone.
I'll send it to you.
That would be awesome.
I'll send it to you.
Thank you. Do that. That will be my ringtone for you and Brian Quinn. Not that Quinn ever calls me, but you do. And I'll have it as my... How horrible would it be if I'm like in a Chinese restaurant having dinner with my family?
Yes.
And you text me, and it comes up when they're serving me my hot and sour soup right in my lap.
Yep, yeah.
Racist bastard!
Racist! You racist! Get out! Get out! You lose facing! You lose...
Burn your nuts off!
You a dog! You have no honor! Miyagi!
Yeah.
Miyagi! Yeah,
Miyagi!
You're Sato at that point.
Yeah,
you got no honor.
pretty much.
Got no honor. Actually, you're not Sato, you're Chosen, his nephew.
Chosen.
Has no,
You have
honor. You have no honor.
He stole from me.
Yes.
I remember that.
I noticed you actually leave. Like I always have my phone on vibrate. I work in an environment where, like, I'll go to like yoga classes. We shoot.
Yes,
comic book men. I'm usually in an environment where ringtone
is discouraged.
Right. Church.
Yes.
Church.
I don't go to church, but
Sunday
okay.
mass.
Yeah.
Funerals.
Yes.
Places where a ringtone would be discouraged. Now you leave yours on 24/7.
Yeah, but nobody. Well, no, that's not true. I turn mine off. I've never had it go off on a panel of ours.
That's true. Is that true? I think that is true. I think you're right that it hasn't been on a panel.
Nope, never.
But I know it's gone off a couple times when we've been shooting.
It has. Hold on one second.
And or the door. What are you trying to figure out? We're not getting ripped off. Yeah, it's all right. Someone walked in very casually, looking around, and who's a cocksucker who walked in the front door? Oh, it's just Mark Costello. Mark, what's going on?
He can sit in.
Mark, jump in.
This is actually your show.
Yeah,
so.
Mark, jump in. We're waiting for Maxwell, but yes.
Yeah, waiting for
Come on
Maxwell,
in, man.
So
Here, no, I'll hook up a mic.
Let him sit over here.
No, this is his lucky.
Your chair. Sit in your chair, Mark.
Here. Come on in.
No, fuck him.
We were here. You guys can.
He's
discuss
late.
This. Who are we
waiting on?
Brian Maxwell.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome up to the microphone, Mark Costello. It's the first time I've seen him since last week.
That's right. Welcome home, pal.
Yeah. Hey, I did. Thanks for. Yeah, it said welcome home, pal.
Well, we're about to discuss something that requires all four of us, which would be funnier with all four of us, I think. But before we get to that, we are welcoming Mr. Brian Maxwell all the way from Tennessee.
Nice.
Which he ain't here yet, so we ain't welcome in shit.
He said he's 5 minutes out.
Voice of MeUndies.
Yeah, voice MeUndies himself is in the house.
Yeah, that's right.
He's up here for the week.
Nice.
And he's come up here to. He's brought most of his family up here.
Really?
He's up here for a good time.
They're awesome.
A vacation, and he's gonna jump in on some podcasts. So,
that's sweet. Is it a big group? His family is it?
It is a brood.
Yeah?
He's got 3 kids. He brought 2 of them up. And he brought his lovely wife Tabitha. Yeah. So.
I've heard him mention the name Tabby.
Yes.
It would be pleasure
Tabby's the one.
Pleasure to meet them all.
Yeah.
Hey, how about I just make my Maxwell voice and we'll just have it on? Thank you very much.
One Maxwell voice is good enough.
Come on there, get down, Ming.
Good enough.
You want to buy a pair of used panties?
But you can discuss it. I was telling Mike he usually leaves his phone on.
Oh, guess who's here?
Devil.
We got to set up another microphone.
Let me pop out for a sec.
No. Well, yeah. Go ahead. Just sit down over there. Welcome up to the microphone. Which is live, which is Memorex. Come on over here, Brian.
That's
on that chair.
That's the Brian Johnson seat, dude. Right on. Brian, welcome, everybody.
Everyone, say hi to Brian Maxwell.
Mr. Brian Maxwell. All the way from Tennessee. Come on, sit down now.
Which one's which?
There you go. That's your mic, dude.
Right on.
You get the. You're sitting in the front.
Well, I get to keep it. I can take it home with me.
No, you can't take it home with you.
Okay.
What are you, nuts?
Hell no, man. This shit's expensive.
You got to be real specific when you talk to motherfuckers from down south. You say if that's your mic, that's property. We do claims and shit. Like, we're from the people who showed up to the land, saw other people, and said, "No, we claim this."
So
that's right.
So the
first Thanksgiving was a bunch of Indians that were roasted.
Injuns.
We stuffed their asses full of chestnuts.
Fabulous documentary called Real Engine on Netflix.
Yeah.
about the perception of American Indians.
Okay.
And everything that I know about American Indians is
Yeah.
from the fucking movies. None of it's
sure.
real.
No.
Like, none of it's actual shit that they did. It's like, oh, okay, here's a white guy that's going to play a fucking Indian, and he has short hair, so his wig keeps falling off.
Yeah.
We're going to put a headband on him with a feather hanging out.
Yeah.
It was to keep his fucking hair from falling
Yeah.
off.
And you know what's really funny? The guys. Did you ever see F Troop? Actually, of course you did. It's based in Tennessee, isn't it?
There's a lot of
or
things
Kentucky
based
or
in
someplace.
Tennessee that I haven't seen. It's basically
Whatever.
the same.
F Troop. The Indians. They were Italian.
Yeah. Yes.
That guy, the
The
tier guy.
I know he was Italian.
He's Italian.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
everybody, please welcome to the podcast table, sitting to my left, Mr. Brian Maxwell.
Hello.
I'm gonna.
Thank you so much for the kind welcoming.
We're gonna point this toward you. Everyone knows what I look like.
And actually, let's have his family.
The family.
Yes.
Okay.
The family Maxwell.
Mike Keith, come say hello.
Hi, everybody.
Come say hello.
Yeah.
What? Not to the iPad. Oh,
No.
right
There's a
here,
little
bud.
camera right
here.
there. Look at the camera
here.
right
you
there.
go.
Is that
Wave.
little camera?
Right here. Here it is.
Cool. Oh, look at them.
right.
They've got their pop vinyls, and do we have some epic battles?
Yeah.
Yet?
This morning,
Excellent.
Cookie Monster and Bert were going at it, which I feel like
Wait a minute, hold on. I've
happened before.
Yeah, it's probably happened before a
Then
couple
the
times.
Predator came in and he was like, "Hey guys, let's
Threesome?
settle this amicably." And I'm like, "Why the fuck is the Predator breaking up a fight between the Cookie Monster and Bert?" And then I thought to myself, that's probably the most reasonable scenario.
Yeah.
Like the Predator isn't someone who's necessarily going after trying to kill everybody. He was just that one rogue dude. Predators are actually nice people, and Cookie Monster's kind of a dick. And Bert, he's fucking bullying Cookie Monster. Predator was just trying to stop it. So,
Yeah, Ernie wasn't around, so Bert was bitch slapping Cookie Monster, huh?
essentially,
All right, that
Bert's a bit of a dick. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
no.
Like,
Wow.
And Cookie Monster looks
Can't-
like he lords it over Elmo and Oscar the Grouch. That's why Oscar's pretty grouchy.
I think Oscar's grouchy because he lives in that trash can
Yeah.
and people just walk by him all day. And he's like, "Hey, I'm having a bad day. I live in a fucking trash can." And they're like, "Shut up, Oscar. You're a fucking grouch."
Do you think that? I always perceived that the garbage can was pretty sweet. Like, you ever see Bugs Bunny? His
I think his
when you go
garbage
down
can
in
has
his
like a
hole,
whole fucking city down there.
of course he
doesn't
did.
it?
Yeah, and probably had some chuds down there.
Yeah,
You have to
I think
figure.
there's probably a connection to Fraggle Rock
Right,
somewhere.
yeah, somewhere.
I think
Just all of
Fraggle
them.
Rock's deep
Yeah,
down.
or
in the,
Labyrinth. You know, you never know.
I watched Labyrinth with the kids the other day, and I thought that they were going to be just mystified
Uh-huh.
like I am.
And they're like,
no,
no,
nothing.
this is
Oh
pretty
no, the
nasty.
magic is lost.
Other
It was
than that,
2015.
the fart swamp, that's
Yeah.
it. They're like, can we just watch the fart swamp again? We don't give a shit about this fucking bubble floating around or anything.
2015, my friend. There ain't Fraggle Rock and
10
freaking
minutes
Labyrinth.
in, they were like, fuck that baby.
Yeah.
I don't even care if that baby gets rescued right
Right.
now.
Oh, that's horrible.
Right. So welcome, Brian Maxwell. You may know Brian Maxwell from Tell 'em Steve Dave, the voice of Me Undies.
That's
And-
me.
Yes.
Undies.
And it goes way back. I mean, you were featured in a whole episode of Tell 'em Steve Dave way back in the early days. There was a feud.
Yes,
This whole
yes.
blood feud
I guess
back
it's
in
been
the
about
day.
5.5
Yeah.
years now. I've been traveling everywhere. But now, actually, Kevin came to Nashville a few weeks ago,
Okay, you're
and I
home.
missed him because I was at the Impractical Joker show. They put it on at the same fucking time, and my
Hey, hold
choice
up.
was:
Hold
here's
up.
the thing. Here's the thing. I've
Okay.
sat at a lot of Kevin Smith shows.
Sure.
I feel like the people that
And
were
thus-
in that crowd, because my brother was there, a lot of
Okay.
people that I know were there.
Right.
They were going to ask the same fucking questions that the people in Atlanta asked, that the people
Okay.
in New Jersey asked.
Right.
Now, on the flip side of that, Q said, "I will give you backstage passes."
Okay.
So
He sweetened the pot.
Oh yeah.
no fucking brainer.
Oh, this is
and like
so
I said,
easy.
It's not that I don't love
So easy.
Kevin
Oh.
Smith and everything about Kevin
Right.
Smith. Without Kevin Smith, I never would have done
Mark, have
any of
a-
this. I
have
wouldn't
one
have
of
had
those
that,
things,
that
buddy.
drive to do it.
Enjoy.
But
Yeah. I notice I have no
Brian
food up there
Quinn
anymore.
And Brian Johnson and Walt Flanagan have been so good to me. Ming Chen, if I had to pick I Sell Comics over a fucking Kevin Smith Q&A, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Whoa, don't go
No,
that
no,
far.
no,
It's
no.
okay.
It doesn't.
It's okay.
We're not talking.
Shoot,
hey,
man,
we're
I'm
gonna-
picking Kevin Smith over us.
No.
I'm
It
sorry.
has
That's us,
nothing to do with. It has nothing to do with quality. We all know that Kevin Smith can tell a story like no other.
Absolutely.
It has to do with. I've supported Kevin Smith my entire fucking life,
And you
If I
continue
have
to
the-
do so?
Absolutely. If I have the choice where I have to pick between two.
Okay.
If I have to pick between you and Mike, or I have to pick between Tell 'em Steve
Right.
Dave and Kevin,
Right.
I pick you.
Okay.
Not that I don't love Kevin,
It's
but like,
it's a Solomon.
I've never been out for Thai food at 4 a.m. in L.A. with Kevin.
No, but you have with me.
Yes,
Yes.
It's you were the guy that coordinated everything from the get-go. You were the first person that I talked to, and it wasn't like, hey, this is what we're doing, this is where you meet us, stand in a straight line, don't make eye contact with anybody.
No,
from day one, you were like a regular fucking cat. And the Thai food in L.A., I've never been to L.A. I'm all the way from fucking down there. It's a 2-hour difference. I'm tired as fuck. And I laid down and literally said to the guy that I was in the room with, I cannot wait to go to sleep. This is amazing. And my phone said, brrr, and it's fucking Frank 3, who I'd got to know on the message board and whatnot.
He probably sent you nude pictures of himself.
All it said.
Yeah. Oh, can you? Hey, yeah.
Tom Dave's Frank number 3. The one in the same.
Oh my God! And it popped up on your phone as like Frank number 3 has a message for you.
It wasn't Frank number 3
It
yet.
was just,
okay.
It was just Frank.
Just
it was
Frank.
just Frank. And all it said was, Ming wants to get Thai food.
Yeah.
So I sent a text back because at this time I'm still bubble-eyed, fucking I can't believe that I'm actually here doing this.
I'm in Hollywood, bitches.
Right? Like, it didn't make sense. I'm playing hockey with Kevin Smith at the Kings fucking facility in L.A. Like he's got a shirt for me. What the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah, just a preface real quick. Kevin invited a bunch of us who played hockey with him, the Walter Gretzky street hockey tournament. We all went out to L.A. We all flew out to him to play with him. We played at the Kings practice facility.
It was nuts.
We stayed in Hollywood. We went to his house after, but we played hockey.
It was nuts.
Living the dream.
Yeah, but
No, that's.
But it was
beyond that.
It was literally.
Nobody ever thought that we were gonna like. He's like, hey, we were at hockey. I think it was Schwalbach. Like she was so pivotal in that whole weekend too, because she was so open to everybody, and like she gave me the whole tour of the house.
Oh, nice.
I've still got. I can't wait until Harley Quinn Smith is cashing those $20 million a picture checks because I've still got from that day. She and her friends put on a play for us. And they made a handbill.
Yeah.
And they made copies of it. I have the original.
He's got
Hand signed by Harley and all of her friends. I've given away most of the things that I've got over my journey, signatures, autographs, and shit, because I got a bunch of them. And people are like, oh, you met Kevin Smith? And I'm like, here, have a fucking book that he signed. And it blows their goddamn mind, right?
Look at it's like nothing now. Like I'm not. Kevin's in town. I'll see him next time.
Right? I'll get him to sign
Tell him I
something.
said hi.
Sure,
Yeah,
it's
right.
fine. That's one thing that does bother me. People are like, hey, tell Kevin that I said hello. Like, I'm going to be super excited if I get to fucking tell Kevin hello. Like, I'm not taking time out of my busy day.
Exactly.
Hey, dude, I just wanted to let you know that fucking Ricky from Nashville wants you to know what's up. He didn't give a shit about you, Ricky.
He died about 3 months ago with a needle dangling out of his arm.
But it's
he
a long
still said
list.
Hi.
Yeah. So anyways, we're all out there having. We're living like ballers. We're staying at the Best Western in Hollywood.
The
We're
Hooker Hotel.
The Hooker
There
Hotel.
was a blue dress and a red dress lady, and they were alternating Johns across the way, in and out. It was amazing.
Yeah. So how was it, Maxwell?
The hotel?
No,
Or
the
Thai
hookers,
food?
dumbass.
The hookers.
Ask Frank number 3.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Was it the red one or the blue one
Yeah.
you should go with,
I was
right?
still going way into debt at this point in my few askew journeys.
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong, this trip's out of pocket as well, but that pocket had a lot more jingle in it than the pocket did way back then. And Frank sends me this message, and I have no energy left. I'm done. I've been up for 2 days.
And what time is this?
4 in the morning.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So this is 6 in the morning my time.
Right.
It's 4 in the morning LA time. This motherfucker just ran a half marathon or some such shit at midnight that I swear to God, I almost did. And fucking Artist Jim pulled me to the side and he's like, dude, you don't want to do that.
One of our friends was like, you don't want to do
I was
that.
like, you're right. Yeah, Jim McCutcheon. He painted the Night Clerks painting that I have on my wall. It's beautiful. ArtistJim.com. You love him. And I get this text and it says, Ming wants to get Thai food. And instantly I send Frank a text back and it said, well, I want to get Thai food with Ming Chen.
Right?
So I got my ass up and I drug it outside. And Ming come and picked us up, and we went to some Thai food
And we
place
went.
with, like,
If you're in
ladies
LA,
on the wall.
if you're in LA, the place called Toy on Sunset. TOI. Toy on Sunset.
Is it still there?
He's still there.
Oh,
Get
cool.
the grilled chicken and the yellow curry.
Pretty
that
good,
shit
huh?
is amazing.
Yeah, it's good shit.
I don't
Especially
know how good it is, but at 4 in the morning, that
it's
shit
damn
is
good.
amazing.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, you know what?
Any port in a storm, right?
Like, I'm pretty sure Taco Bell at 4 in the morning in the right situation is a 5-star.
It was-
I'm telling you, the curve's a lot steeper at 4 in the morning.
it was it was damn good. We weren't even drunk. It was great. And they're naked Madonna photos on the wall from her sex book. They
sure.
They cut them up and framed them. It's great.
If it tastes that good,
it's an amazing place.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah, if it tastes that good and you're not drunk, that speaks volumes. Man.
Yeah,
that speaks volumes.
Yeah, so welcome, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
So one question everybody always has, even my wife keeps asking this, is the voice real?
Yeah.
This is you.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't change it. Can't do anything about it.
Why would you want to?
Exactly.
Down,
Seriously.
With Walt, yes, and he's like, "You're loud, huh?" I was like, "Yeah." Like when I do levels, when I do my podcast, I put mine on like negative 14, negative 12,
and people are still like, "Wow, that's a little loud."
It really is. I had to buy a. This is why I need better microphones. I had to buy a vocal for like loud ass singers.
Oh,
that sing because I'm so it pops and is even through filters. And
if you're familiar with the mic, sometimes there's a little switch on there. We can turn it down by 20 decibels. Yeah, you definitely have that switch down.
I think when we did I played the SModCastle with my buddy Ryan before it all went terribly fucking wrong. At that point I was super satisfied with life. Like I sold out Kevin Smith's SModCastle.
You did.
Nothing else to do in life. But now there's more things to do in life. Not for nothing. Badbordy.com. That's my website. That's my podcast. You can go get all those.
Yeah. You're a fellow podcaster, as you should be. You got a very unique voice.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's all these trips before. The trip was always I'm going just to see people. I don't give a shit. This trip had a very specific purpose.
You're working. You have an agenda.
Myself.
Yeah.
And like before, it felt gross and weird to be like, hey, I'm Brian Maxwell. Like me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter.
Right.
But
you heard Ming Chen, and you're like, fuck it. He does it. Why can't I?
Right?
I figured.
Hey, learn at the feet of the master.
It was
absolutely.
It felt bad enough. Like I got the Facebook, so I've got a Facebook.com/badbordy. There's like 106 likes.
Okay.
Lemons have like 10,000.
Sure.
Oh, man.
Shitty fucking lemons have 10,000
Lemons
likes.
on
I've
that,
got 106.
That carrot that looks like a vagina. The potato chip. It's got more likes.
My potato salad has 10,000 likes. Yeah. So it's like, and it's been $50,000. It's been kickstarted for. So
but it did have that face of Jesus.
Yes,
potato salad. I don't like potato salad. I don't like people who bring potato salad to things because those people are so fucking aggressive with their potato salad.
Mine's the best.
Everybody that fucking makes potato salad goes, "You want some potato salad?" And I'm like, "No, I don't like potato salad." I'm like, "No. You've never had my potato salad." I know I've never had it, and I want it to remain that fucking way. I don't want your goddamn potato salad. There's hamburgers and ribs and all kind of things that were living a week ago that lost their fucking life so I could sustain mine. And you're coming to me with mayonnaise and potatoes in a fucking bowl? Fuck you.
Are potatoes alive, though, at one point? Yeah.
According to Rob Bruce, yes. According to Rob Bruce, they feel pain.
Can we not talk about Rob? I refuse. Let me put it to you this way. And I sell comics and This Morning Show. I refuse to talk about Rob Bruce anymore.
Going on the record.
Going on the record.
Okay.
Refuse to talk. I am done with Rob Bruce.
I think it's.
Oh my God.
I think it's funny. Now, Rob, we're starting with Comic Book Men again, and Rob is working on the show.
Cheers.
He makes keeps no secret about that.
Yes.
And but Mike's just like, I'm not even going to work with him. I'm not going to look at him. I'm not going to look at him this season. I'm like,
hey, it's not in my fucking contract that I have to look or talk to that man.
Okay.
So I'm not going to.
We're going to have to designate a PA to stand between Mike and Rob Bruce. Rob Bruce, do not make eye contact with the talent.
He's probably sitting outside going, not make eye contact with talent.
Five seasons in, this is what it's come to. Like, we're not looking at each other anymore.
I'm fucking done with him.
We're the
generally on television, when you get to the 5th and 6th season, it starts to get very volatile between the people who work on the show.
That's what
we've always heard. It doesn't matter what it is. So eventually, I have to think that at some point, you and Mike are going to have to fucking fight it out to see who is the ultimate comic book man. Well, I mean,
Mike's the ultimate.
Okay, I
like, no, man,
I can't damage the face. This is the money maker.
Mike goes after the eyes. He tries to gouge.
Listen,
you don't want that.
Money maker right here, son.
You can have the crown. I'll keep the podcast Mike and the Speedo. That's all there is to it. So you can have the crown is all yours.
And to be honest with you, he is the king of the podcast. That's true.
Ming is the king of everything because when someone comes up to him and they say, "We got a great idea. We want to put you on TV in a Speedo." Ming goes, "You know what? That is a great idea. Let's fucking do it."
I'm wearing I was wearing a Speedo for 3 days prior to you asking.
I was hoping you'd be asking me that.
I got a Speedo like types like real thin underwear for
Grape smugglers.
my
Nice.
Oh shit.
Yeah, why?
Today Wednesday?
It
Yeah.
is Wednesday, yes.
Happy anniversary, baby. 9 years.
Oh, all right. Happy anniversary, Maxwell. Happy anniversary.
She let
So
me-
lovely to
She
have
let
you,
me go
Maxwell.
to New Jersey to
did.
promote my podcast.
Wow.
June the
Our
10th.
9th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
I love you, woman.
June
but you know
10th.
what? That's why we've been together for 9 years and
Yes.
not 9 fucking
That's
months.
it.
Right.
Because
That's
she
it.
supports everything that I do.
That
even
and
the
she's
dumb
deaf.
shit.
That was part of it
She's,
too.
you've heard of colorblind? She's
Right.
ugly blind, so it just sort of, it's fine. Now, she just comes from really, really poor people and never had anything and no perspective on life. And then I married her real quick and I
Right.
showed her the real world and she was like, fuck.
Wow, man. This is awesome.
Yeah.
She's loyal.
What is this Thai food?
Yeah. you tie food to what?
Yeah.
You know what? You're joking, but it's almost that level of the family that, like, her parents bought a truck. So the kids couldn't ride anywhere with them. They never went on field trips at school.
Right.
We were driving by the caverns on the way here.
Sure.
And I was like, Mike's talking about he just went to the caverns in school. And
Yeah.
I was like, I've been to caverns. She's like, yeah, my parents wouldn't let me go. It was free and we still couldn't go. What the fuck? Like, they were like, you stay in the house, you don't go anywhere. Her mom's a hippie from Alaska. Her dad works for the state of Tennessee. And he's
Yes.
just like this real laid back, don't give a shit, like whatever's happening is happening
Sure.
type cat. And that was her life for the longest time, was just being in that house.
You're freaking Prince Eric, and she's like
Yeah,
Ariel, man, coming
yeah.
out of the ocean with legs and shit. Nice.
I'm glad I didn't have to climb up anything to save her.
Oh, sure.
Like, if I show up to the castle and she's like, here's my hair, climb up.
I
You got an escalator in here?
Yeah.
I think when we were kids, it fucking it was so terrible because I was kind of always fat.
Okay.
I started eating peanut butter sandwiches in the middle of the night when I was
All right,
8, and it
sure.
turned everything. So we would get to this big fence that everybody in the neighborhood, even the other fat kids, would
Right.
climb that
Yeah.
chain link.
Yeah, you would.
I had to walk around. I couldn't fucking
Oh, you
do
couldn't
it.
find that loose board that tilted up and just walk
Yeah.
under it like the
My foot would
cartoon.
not go into the fucking chain links.
What
They
you
were
should
too
have gotten
big.
was a wire cutter and just make
No,
your own
man,
entrance.
it's fucking hindsight,
right.
man.
I'm telling you.
Hindsight. You know what would have
All
happened
right.
though? I would have cut that shit, went to go through it, sliced my pants, my
Right.
ass would have. I had the worst luck around people when I was young. It's totally changed now. Whereas, like, there's this band that I love, J. Roddy Walson in the Business from Baltimore. And I started chasing them around the country for like a year and a half. And the last time I saw him, I was backstage with them hanging out.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happens. How am I doing
Welcome
a
to our lives,
podcast?
dude.
Like, it's just
Welcome
it's
to
just-
our lives.
Just walked in
Yeah.
like I belonged there.
That's-
like set up shop.
My friend, that is how you have to live
Yeah.
life. That's
and
how you have to walk
everybody else
into.
is just on the outskirts. The guy who introduced me to J. Roddy Walson in the Business, I had to tell him, come over here and take a picture,
Yeah.
man. What are you doing
Yeah.
over there? They're so standoffish.
Well, I mean, let that be a lesson to you kids listening to the show right now. That if you go into any situation, just act like you've been there before.
Yeah.
Act like you own the place. That's it.
That's so true. Hell, at the Impractical Joker show
Mm-hmm.
at the comedy festival, some lady snuck in the back area. She was hanging out with me and Q and Sal and all the boys.
Yeah.
She was drunk as fuck.
Right.
She just said, I'm a comedian. And they're just fucking walking around.
That's it.
Do you belong here? Yeah, I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So just fucking act like you
Yeah,
belong
if you
there.
act all timid,
Nobody will
if
say
you
anything.
act like that you're not supposed to be back there, you smell it a mile away.
Yeah, that's
it.
how people get caught doing anything when you start fucking your head left or right.
Sure.
What's happening? Just fucking
Right.
act like you don't care.
Yeah, act like you
You
don't
know?
care. Get thrown out, get thrown out.
Act
Big
like
deal.
you don't have drugs on you at the concert when they're
Exactly.
patting you down.
Exactly.
You see motherfuckers all the time when I'm walking into concerts, they be like,
Yeah,
I know
they're
let's
looking
go
around.
stand next to him once
Right.
the show starts because he's just loaded with illegal things right
Yeah, you
now.
start looking like that nervous guy from Unbreakable, the one that he pulls out a line. He's got
Sure,
a gun.
yeah.
Yeah, he's looking like that
I heard
dude.
they were trying to make a TV series out of that.
God, I hope not.
yeah.
No, that would
Oh,
be
I hope
awful.
so, man.
No, that would be awful.
Think
So I
so?
think why?
Oh.
Why would it be awful?
was
That
actually
that
pretty
story
excited
just,
about
You have to have that twist. You have to have. I mean, not that all right, spoilers. Mr. Glass
yes.
is the one who fucks everything up. So he's
Sure.
he's the
you
super
don't
villain.
need the twist though. You know what their origins are.
But
so now you have to.
No, you kidding? You think they're not going to do origin stories every single freaking month?
So do origin stories. We get to see more heroes in that universe.
Well,
or
wha-
villains. It'd be great.
do you think that there are more heroes in that universe?
Yes,
or more
absolutely.
villains?
Well, there has to be if you're going to develop a TV.
Yeah.
You got to think they've got at least 12.
Well, they call that heroes, man, or heroes
Well, yeah,
reborn.
they're fucking rebooting
Yeah,
Heroes too. What do you
right.
think about that? I loved Heroes. The first
season was great.
No,
Second-
first half of season. The first half of season, they were on fire.
before they ran out of money, yes.
Well, yeah. Is that what happened? They ran out of money?
It had to be. You saw that final
the writer's
battle.
strike
they were-
happened and everything.
Yeah, that
right? They
happened
ran out of
too.
money. The writer's strike.
No, that was the second season. That's why it was like a half of you. You got 12 episodes,
Yeah.
but it was like, wow, this really sucks. This sucks
Hey, baby, can you
big.
get me a napkin or
Yeah.
a paper towel or something?
No, it's fine.
Thank you, sir.
So now that all you guys are here, I wanted to talk about. Last week we talked about Mike going on a romantic getaway
Yes,
with his wife.
this is pretty awesome.
Mike took his wife to the Poconos and he took her to this romantic hotel called Cove Haven.
Supposedly romantic place.
Okay, and you know,
Sheraton Eatontown is almost like the Poconos.
No, not quite. Well, no, that's not quite true. But
and when I
did you have 2 rooms, one for your kids and one for you and
yeah,
and
that's
Tabby?
not.
I would hope. That's,
Or are you all in one room? Perhaps that's probably more likely.
kids,
But-
I'm going to fill up the shower stall. It's glass, so
Yeah.
you guys can swim in there. It's awesome.
So the Poconos, normally known as a romantic destination, you take your
It was
your paramour
beautiful
there,
Mount
your-
Airy Lodge when we were growing.
Airy
When we were growing up, YouTube it, kids.
Yeah.
Beautiful Mount Airy
So
Lodge.
and then the first thing I think of is I think of romantic hotel. The cliche is that you're going to be staying in the room with the big champagne glass hot tub.
Yes.
That would be
And
the cliche.
And I joked around. I'm like, Mike, are you getting the hot tub? Ha ha ha! And he looks at me dead in the eye and said, "Yes,
Are
I
you
got that
kidding
one."
me?
I did.
So I looked it
man.
up and I listed the amenities. There was a 7-foot
How
hot
would you
tub
not get
shaped
the hot tub?
shaped like a champagne
Exactly.
glass.
How can you not get the hot tub?
That's the feature. That's the one they put in all the brochures. Like,
That's
hey, you
some
can get
feature,
this
man.
room.
Why
Yeah.
doesn't every room in that hotel have a fucking hot
No,
tub?
no. Then it wouldn't be a special.
true.
Only
Yeah.
one room.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
Champagne Tower
Okay.
Suite, I believe it's
Yes.
called. You get a private heart-shaped pool. You get
Yes.
a shower built for 2, glass enclosed, and you get there's a
I don't
round-shaped
know,
bed.
man.
All this
Can you
stuff.
imagine the nefarious fucking dealings that go down
Well,
in a
yes.
heart-shaped pool?
yes, I can.
That was yes.
Because I got the tower suite, my friend.
Nice.
I got the champagne tower suite with the heart-shaped pool.
So
and I'm
you know,
about to show
I had
you
to
a
bust his
couple.
balls a little bit. I'm
Just-
like,
of course you did.
I had to question that,
Right.
not the choice, but I thought I was like, wow. 'cause
I'm not questioning anything about that trip. This
Oh, my
sounds
God.
amazing.
So you know the room looks like it was ripped right out of either Austin Powers or or the honeymoon suite from Superman 2.
Oh, right,
It
right,
looks
right,
exactly
yes,
like
one,
that.
Yeah.
I did not have a pink polar bear rug. Bummer.
But close.
But very close.
Yeah.
They had a fireplace in there.
Okay,
Nice.
did it flip on and off with a switch?
No, you had to bring your own Duraflames.
Really?
You bring your own
they-
logs?
Yeah. Well, no, you could buy them there.
Who doesn't have one in the trunk?
Fuck do you get a Duraflame onto your carry-on? I
Yeah.
know it's for the Poconos. You don't understand.
Well, no, it's all
they don't
take-
have wood in the Poconos.
No, you're not
so-
allowed to bring logs. It's specifically
Oh, you
designed.
can't even bring wood from outside Tennessee.
So you
into
had to
Tennessee
buy
because
your
of
own
bugs or
logs
some
if you wanted to
shit.
light the fire?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
At a little bit of a markup?
Sure.
Oh my God, 2 for $15.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Did you-
And we,
You don't get like a fucking
we went
like
out.
a nightly log, like when they change the sheets
That would
and
be
shit.
nice.
You get a log.
Yeah, like a chocolate
Like your
mint.
mint on the pillow. Have a log.
A log on the pillow. It was great. No, we went out and actually we went exploring. Because actually, let me set
Hold
the
on.
scene.
Yeah,
for you.
okay, you get
Set
there.
The scene for you. All right, it's Friday. We get up there. We fucking hit traffic like nobody's business
Okay.
on 80, and we get there a little bit late. It's like 7:45, and I go to check in. Now I booked it through Expedia or Travelocity
Oh,
or
you want
one
of
of
those
the.
discount sites. Okay.
Well, I went to I mean, I clicked on it. It said Cove Haven, so I clicked on
Okay,
Cove
got
Haven.
William Shatner over here, Mr. Priceline over here. Okay.
Dude, I would have gone had I known that I was gonna like cause a fucking civil war.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So anyway, we get there and the ladies.
Shit went down in the Poconos.
The lady looked at her watch. She said, the buffet is closing in 15 minutes. I will print this stuff out for you. Go over there, eat, and then come back.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, thank you. So we jump in the car, go over there, and we go to the Coliseum restaurant.
Ooh.
The
Okay.
Coliseum.
All right. Classy.
Yeah. And we walk in. I said, "Hi, my name is Zapsik. Zapsik, our reservations." And she looks at me and she said, "You don't have the meal plan."
A meal
I'm like-
plan.
I'm like, "The fuck are you talking about?" And I didn't say what the fuck you're talking. I'm like,
You should have
"Excuse me?"
said, "What the fuck are you talking about? What
like,
the fuck's a
excuse me,
meal
she-
plan?
she
I'm
said-
not in college.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need a meal plan."
I'm sorry, I didn't bring my ID with me.
Right.
But she's like, "No, you if you booked it through a secondary site, they don't usually give you meal plans."
Okay.
And I'm like, all right. She's like, it's $64 if you want to come. And yeah.
Oh.
No. So I'm like, nah, it's not going to happen.
Like, can you go 5-6 times a day? Is this like a one-time, like...
No, I think you have to sit there with your colostomy bag and just...
my God, that bad, really?
Well, it is
it's...
You're getting there, okay.
They're like, you want to take a look at the... And it's like, you're closing in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
How much can I eat in 10 minutes?
Right.
Number one. And number two, I don't like this.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Not only that, the first thing that you tell me is you don't have the meal plan. Right. And I was like, wow, that's pretty fucking
And
piss
then
poor.
hurry up.
Yeah, that's pretty piss poor. So we go down.
Do me a favor. Turn that camera. I want to see your expressions for this whole
Okay,
thing.
so we go down.
They've been staring at that empty yellow chair for like an hour.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Continue.
So
no
we,
meal plan. Okay.
No meal plan. I'm like, all right. And they're like, well, you can pay as you go. I'm like, whatever. I don't really care. And it's buffet. And I fucking hate waiting in line for food anyway. It goes back to my childhood.
Oh no,
no
same thing. Fucking hate it.
Yes, I will. Buffets don't, because it's like standing in a soup line. It's like, fuck you.
And everybody's interested in what you're doing.
Yes.
Everybody's just too interested.
Everybody at that place hates you. You hate them. You're fucking blocking them from what they want.
Exactly.
They're blocking you from what you want.
Perfect. Yep.
It's no one's fault, and everybody there, including you, is a piece of shit. It's a horrible situation.
It's a trade-off, though. All you can eat. Come on.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
okay, continue.
Not all I can eat, pal. That's for fucking sure.
So what happened?
So that pissed my wife Julia off. So Jules is like, we grab our stuff, and I have to piss like a racehorse. So I go in the bathroom and I come out.
Did you have the piss plan?
Actually, I pissed in somebody's heart-shaped pool.
With the bathrooms included, Mike.
No, they weren't.
Expedia,
So I come out,
It was heart-shaped toilets.
and this woman is apologizing profusely to my wife.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
I'm like, okay, wow, Jules said
What went
something.
down?
Yeah, I'm like, she's
In
like,
the
I
time
can't
it
believe
takes Zapsik to pee.
Yeah, my wife has them groveling, and she's just like, it's just unacceptable. That's what I walked into.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just unacceptable. And I
What
was like,
was?
you go, baby. No, the
meal
whole
plan
the way
thing?
that we were treated. Yeah,
Initially upon entry.
Yes.
Okay.
All she has to do is say, "Oh, it looks like you booked through the secondary site, and they it's really horrible, I know, but they don't add a meal plan."
Exactly.
But what she did was, you don't have a meal plan, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You come all the way here without a meal plan, and you expect me to feed you? Fuck you, Mike Zapsik, and your whole family.
There's a Denny's down the street.
Yeah.
Like, that's essentially what
I
she
wish
told
there
him.
was.
It's already went south. He's traveled all this way. Our room's not working out properly. All right, fucking, I'm starving. I got to piss like crazy. We'll go. We'll have some food. Fuck you. You don't have a meal plan.
Not so fast.
You do not belong
think
here.
you got a meal plan, but you don't got no meal plan.
So how was the food, though?
Did you eat?
Don't know. We did.
Because he didn't eat. He doesn't have a meal plan. You didn't
No,
eat there, right?
they had a cafe, which we got a couple of sandwiches, and they've got this. We went in there, and this is fucked up. They've got a gift shop.
Sure.
And so I go in the gift shop, and I'm looking around. I'm like, wow, this is fucked up. And it's got like all the tchotchkes that you expect, like beautiful Mount Airy Lodge,
Right.
Cove
Snow
Haven,
globe.
yada yada, whatever. And there's marital aids
No.
on one entire wall.
Why is that fucked up? Of course they would have
No,
those.
no,
You
but
come
no,
there to-
entire
No,
wall
that's
here.
not the.
Okay.
That was nice.
Yeah.
This is the fucked up
Okay.
thing. I go over and there are these two couples and they're both arguing.
Oh,
with the guys are arguing with the girls. I'm not doing that. We're not buying them.
Oh,
I'm not
my
getting it. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm looking over. I'm like, holy shit. And I'm seeing like these. There's like this big arm dildo, and I'm talking like this big.
And they're like, the couples are together? Or
Yeah, they're together.
This is like
It's
a
like a
swingers
foursome.
Poconos. We're going to
And I'm
get a
looking
giant
at
arm dildo trip.
and I'm like, oh my god.
Dude, you went to the greatest hotel on
And
earth.
I like, so I didn't make eye contact, and I backed away slowly, and I was like,
Which is what you do in that situation.
Exactly. So I went next door to grab our food, which
Right.
was their little cafe.
Sure.
And they've got a bar, a cafe, and they've got like many pool tables. There are like 10 pool tables in there.
Okay.
10 of them.
Wow.
And each one of
just-
them has people
They just
playing
lost
pool.
a lot of
That's
points.
so strange.
All of them are playing
Sure.
fucking
Well,
pool.
as I
That's
hear it,
strange.
there's not much to do around there.
I was about
There's
to
not,
say,
well, so I'm sitting here watching these. And
if you
they're-
ain't got the meal plan.
yeah, exactly. Couple versus couple. I'm like, what the fuck are the stakes here?
That's
you know,
crazy.
what's going on? If I lose,
Yeah.
you get to sleep with my wife.
Right.
You know, I'm like, in
So
my
it's
head,
your
I'm
keys
saying,
in a fishbowl.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm not doing this. Again, making no eye contact, back away from there. And I go downstairs. They have an archary range, a basketball court,
Jesus Christ.
a mini golf, and all these
are playing pool,
and all these
doing
pitches.
archery.
Yeah.
People are buying dildos.
And-
Where the fuck did you go?
Well, they got like
went to
got a
Cove Haven.
freaking got a freaking Arkanoid machine down
Holy
there,
shit.
like an Arkanoid in a Jurassic Park pinball.
You
You
can't
wish.
write this shit.
They have this, Ming. I want you to see this.
Okay, Mike got photos.
Please pass that over.
What is that? It says here, I know you can't see it. It is a framed photo, signed photo. Veterans of SNL featuring Rob Schneider and John Lovitz, Cove Haven Lodge, June 29, 2014. So
Yes,
there's a live
they were
stage?
signed. They were there last year.
Yeah.
but they're signed.
Right.
Okay.
Sure.
Rob Schneider says, "You can do it."
Yes.
Oh, boy.
So they have a live comedy acts.
Yes, they do.
at
But
Cove Haven.
Can you imagine any more fucking
But Lovitz-
the most pretentious room in the history of rooms?
But Lovitz
Rob
says
Schneider and
his
Lovitz.
signature
Says-
"Thanks for the job."
Oh my
So I'm
God!
like, thanks for the job.
John Lovitz, former friend of the family.
That sounds about right.
not
Like,
anymore.
I was like,
I'm
oh
not
fuck.
a fan
No
of
longer.
Rob
And
Schneider.
next up in July, continuing the anti-vaxxers tour, Jenny McCarthy, the dirty, filthy, funny.
What
Yeah.
the fuck could she possibly do live? What does she do? Like a song and dance routine? We think.
I'm hoping she goes over to the marital age section and shows you
I
how
think
to
she
do
got
each
some-
one,
Buys
each and
the
every one of
fist
them. Yeah.
dildo.
So the next day, I go back there and I see what they were
Whoa,
arguing
hold-
over.
Okay.
This
Yes.
couple, these
The dildo?
couples.
So
it wasn't. No.
I gotta go down and see this arm dildo close up.
No. It was the love enema.
Oh!
Yes. So that's what they were
What
arguing
is-
over.
Hold on. What
Oh,
is
no, what is there to love about an enema?
What is
It's,
the
no,
love?
it's called the fireman's pump.
Whoa!
Well, can,
No!
can you
Yeah.
describe this?
I'm with her.
I just know.
We're not doing that.
Again did not make eye contact with the fireman's pump, and I backed away slowly. It's a foot pump, or you can put batteries in there and you stick it. It's got a girl
Shove it in
holding-
your ass?
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's just.
So it's for either or. It's for the dude.
I think it's for the dude.
Whoa!
So I was like, whoa, okay,
wait-
all right, now because they were crowded around.
And the dudes were like, "Please, baby," and she's like, "We're
No.
not doing this."
No,
Nice.
I didn't bring my poncho.
Holy God!
Homer,
And,
I don't know what you have in mind.
Now I'm
But count
really
me out.
questioning the
So-
nefarious dealings that go down in
Exactly.
those heart-shaped. Like you got to know somebody's getting fireman
God,
pumped.
this is worse than
in
I
that
imagined.
room.
I know
right?
this was
Worse than I imagined. So it wasn't a gift shop per se. It was more of a sex toy store.
Is that
I was
adult
gift shop slash
Yeah.
sex,
You can
and
get
they were doing,
flowers. You can get a teddy
Yes.
bear. You can get a
You can
Hershey
get chocolates.
bar, or you
Yes.
can get a fireman's
or
pump.
you can get and you can get caricatures.
Bottle of Old Harbor.
There's a
Caricatures.
dude there drawing caricatures? Oh,
You like
okay.
dune buggies, right, Ming? Everybody likes
You
dune
like
buggies.
you like roller skating, right? No. So wait, they are hardcore sex toys there,
yeah,
like vibrators
and
shit.
caricatures. Yes.
And
I'm not
caricatures.
even sure hardcore covers. what
Yeah,
that
and a
fucking
fireman's pump, yeah.
pump does.
Yeah, so I was
don't
like,
even-
wow,
people,
that's,
hardcore sex people are like, that's a bit much.
And so you didn't partake in any of these.
No. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have bought something off that
Yeah.
wall.
No,
I
something,
didn't.
some little something. Just
Yeah,
a little,
maybe
just
I'm not-
Little just bzzz, something.
Yeah, I ain't that. I ain't that freaky deaky, but something like middle of the road.
Tabby wouldn't have fucking been down with it. 'cause,
Mike
like,
does-
every so often I'll buy
Nah.
something, and she's like, "No, not really."
So these
not down with
these
it. sir.
Mike don't need it.
Yeah, don't need it.
these people in the store,
I already
they
got it.
were they like, man, that Champagne Tower suite was awesome. They weren't just on their way out.
No,
They were
they weren't
previous
doing that.
occupants?
No, and to be honest with you,
Okay.
the Champagne Tower suite was pretty sweet.
All right, well back
It was
up.
Yeah.
So
Back
we
up,
get
you
to
eat
the
your
room.
sandwiches, you get your key cards or
We
whatever,
go
or was
up.
it the key on a key ring like a motel?
No, it's a key card.
Okay, they
So we
modernized.
go
okay.
up, and we are at the top of the hill.
Sure.
So we're up there, and we go in, and I'm there, and Jules is like ready to walk through the door. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I
Oh,
said,
of
"Stop."
course.
So what? I'm like, honey, this is sort of our second honeymoon.
Right.
So I sweep her up, and I carry her across the dress.
Nice.
Classy.
Okay.
And she looks at me. She's
Old
like,
school.
"You were such a dumbass." I'm like, "All right, thank you."
I feel like that's something that I would do for Tabby,
There
and
you
she
go.
would totally just be reaming my ass the whole time. Yeah,
Exactly.
You can carry me, you fucking loser. Okay.
Yeah.
That's so old
That's
school.
amazing.
Of course it
That's
was.
so
I
old
respect
school,
the
dude.
shit out of that, Mike. Zach.
Thank
I love a
you.
motherfucker who opens doors and pulls chairs out.
tradition.
Shit like
Okay.
that.
So we go
Very
in,
well.
and I look around, and it is the cheesiest, best thing ever. It's got the round bed.
Okay.
It's 1.5 stories.
Okay.
So
All right.
you're down. You got a little living room,
Right.
and you can watch. I mean. I'm thinking that maybe that those two couples got these champagnes and they're watching. You know, hey, you guys gonna go up to the champagne? We're gonna watch it from down here.
How many mirrors were there?
Many.
On the ceiling?
There were mirrors on the
You
ceiling.
can go upstairs
Yes.
and downstairs.
Yes.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Doesn't it have its own staircase to get to
Yeah.
the champagne? See, that's cool.
Yeah.
I find that absolutely amazing
It's
that you
fantastic.
can do that.
And it had a sauna.
Sure.
So we go downstairs. We did a sauna and a massage table.
Okay.
And we didn't do the massage table because God knows what the hell went on there. That's just vinyl.
That's what you were,
Honestly, that's where they break out the fireman's
That's-
pump.
yeah, exactly.
that's what you were worried about, the massage table, nothing else in that room? The bed, the shower?
No, because there's chlorine and and I brought bleach with me.
What about
I'm
the
smart.
sauna, though?
You-
Sauna's all naked. I always had a problem with saunas because every time I went into one, there's a big naked dude.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even put a towel down
No.
to set naked. I'm not saying
That's
you
what we
can't
did.
have your cock and balls out. You're trying to get
Right
the
now?
full sauna experience. But you can't just put your straight bare ass on a piece of wood that soaks fucking water into
yeah.
it.
That's
It's
fine.
I don't
disgusting.
even think you can sanitize wood. I don't think you can
No,
sterilize wood.
It's fucking horrible.
That's fucking-
A sauna is the worst place on earth.
That was a MASH reference.
You bring
I don't think you can sterilize
you
wood.
bring a black. Yeah, that's right. Get that out of your mouth. You bring a black light in there, man. It looks like a fucking elephant sneezed.
Oh, yeah.
It's just.
Yeah. Oh my, of course. But that's part of the charm.
Read this germ.
I don't.
I guess that's a valid
Call
point. Like,
that
you
charm.
don't rent a room like that and not expect to go into like
Oh.
the tackiest. But like that's what you want though. That's what
Of course,
you're
yeah.
looking for.
Well,
Yeah.
just to confirm, I got a text here from Mike, and it was at right after you got there, and it says "so cheesy" with 3 exclamation points.
Yeah.
And
You didn't
then-
get the pictures?
And then there is a picture
Okay.
right
Yeah.
there.
There should have been 2.
Of the
yeah,
glass,
there are
the
of
champagne
the glass.
glass.
The
Yeah.
champagne glass.
So I was all excited.
And did you
to
get
see
the?
that.
Mike will be.
There you
Yes,
go.
There it is, the heart
is
shape.
fantastic.
And you go in there,
Fantastic.
and your eyes bleed from the chlorine. It's
Right.
like, oh,
Oh,
my
really?
god. Oh yeah, it smelled like a
they're
CSI
dumping,
scene.
They're dumping so much fucking
Yeah.
cum killer in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
So-
just ass and cum
hold on.
and sweat.
Cum killer now in lemon scent.
Yes.
That's the first thing you do. You fire up the sauna. And
Yes.
Go in the sauna.
Oh, well, no, not go in the sauna. Fire it up because you got to get that warm.
Sure.
And so we went in the heart shaped pool. It was beautiful. It was,
You went in the pool.
Romantic.
Yes, warm.
You went in the pool first.
Yep.
And did you see anything swimming around?
No, it was lovely.
Not without a microscope.
Exactly.
Don't leave anything swimming around.
Yeah, the deadly candiru was in there.
And where I come from, you get a tub or a big extra pool in your room. You go and you catch a catfish or a bass, and you put that some bitch in there and you let it swim around.
See, I was thinking about that. And the deer were so abundant there that they came up to the door.
Yeah.
There was one that came like right up. I walked outside and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" And it's like, "What's up? You can
Really?
spare change?"
They've acclimated.
Oh yeah,
They're not as afraid.
No, they're not.
Really?
Yeah, like 10 feet away.
There's a couple areas. There's a town called Woodbury where I live that's still super duper country.
Woodbury.
Yeah, like you don't go
Gotcha.
to Woodbury when the sun goes down. But it's same thing. There's a certain strip where hunting is not allowed. It's
Right.
preserved or whatever. And the deer have realized that that's where you can't hunt, and they'll come up to the back doors and whatnot. Now let me tell you about deer. They're super cute and they look all nice, but if you piss them off, a deer will kick your fucking ass.
Yeah,
A
it'll
deer
kill
will
you.
beat you to fucking death.
Yeah.
It happens. They're just brrr, and your whole head is just fucking
Yeah,
tore up.
they're
So I
murderers.
don't fuck with deer. I don't fuck with squirrels. I don't fuck with birds. Don't.
Squirrels. I will.
Got me on
Yeah.
that
Oh man, squirrels will fuck you up too.
Squirrel,
Yeah,
a
huh?
squirrel will
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
you up before you even realize you had a squirrel on. You don't fuck with no squirrels.
Before you even realize.
I'm telling you.
It'll jump on you and it'll go after your face, go after your eyes.
With those 2 little teeth.
Yeah.
It's a fucking
No, well,
giant
they've also
rat.
got claws, man. They're rats.
Like razors, brother. Like razors.
Does it have large talons?
And they can, like, they grip into your ass.
So
Razor sharp talons.
So wait. So the first thing you do is you jump into the jizz pool.
Just
Okay. All right. It's heated
it's heated.
and
Oh,
it
it's beautiful.
smells like chlorine.
It smells like chlorine.
Okay. And it's a private pool. It's your own
It's
pool,
my own pool.
within the hotel room.
Yeah.
So you wearing bathing suits or like screw the bathing suits?
Screw the
Who goes
bathing
in-
I was
suits.
about to
Naked.
say, I fucking
Both
hope
naked.
not.
What the fuck
You're
was
gonna
I?
lose so many
Bathing
points if
suits.
you're wearing a bathing suit.
Okay.
What's
Seriously,
up?
yeah. Come on, Ming.
I just
Oh
had-
my
hey,
god.
I had to clarify. Did I not?
Absolutely.
I did
For the
not.
record.
I'm pretty sure if there's a public pool, half the people there ain't wearing bathing suits.
Yeah, it's true.
There's
Right,
an entire wall of fire.
What's it? Ming's like-
arm dildos.
Ming has pictures.
Yeah.
He's looking on his watch.
So no reservation about jumping in naked.
No.
No barriers. Nothing.
Nothing,
Your wife.
no.
Your wife too.
Are you kidding? It's our weekend, and you know what? They've shocked this pool. Hey, let's put it this way.
Okay.
If
How do you know that though?
Ocean is
Well, hold
dirtier than
on.
that
How do you know
fucking
they shocked
shit.
exactly.
this pool?
I know.
A pair
We kinda
of
talked about that.
because they actually did shock the pool while we were there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
she came
saw
in with-
them
Yeah.
putting the pool.
They probably
putting
want you to
shovels
see it.
full.
Yeah,
of
they
probably
want you to.
want you
Of
to
course,
see
they
it.
want you to see.
How did you see? How did you see this though?
Because we were there when she was finishing up. The lady who cleaned our room.
Oh, okay. You didn't say that. I didn't
No,
know that. So
okay.
you saw her dumping a
That's the
shovel
best
full of the
answer
pool
to
shop.
how did you see
Okay.
that ever? Because
Right.
I
And
was there.
seriously, think about this. What's going to save you if you're relying on a pair of fucking Speedos to save you from whatever's going to go up your junk?
Yeah.
I'm not.
You're,
but
you are so.
The
don't even jump in
Mongolese
them.
dick monster shows up and goes, "Fuck, he's wearing Speedo."
Yeah, I know. Oh,
can't get
bam!
I'm foiled.
Exactly.
Turn around,
Now,
got
one other
Not
thing.
This time.
So you saw a woman dumping in chemicals.
Yes, hold
Before
on.
you got there. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm just
Now,
clarifying.
Brian Maxwell, I'm going to ask you a question.
Shoot.
You ever fuck in a sauna or not a sauna, a whirlpool or a
body
pool?
of water.
You
Just
ever
body
fuck?
of water.
Yes.
Okay.
Difficult, is it
Yes.
not?
Without
it
lube.
sucks. Yes,
It's-
without
no, it's
anything.
You mentioned this last week.
Yeah.
You don't
I
like it.
I
You
don't
don't
do
do it.
shower. I don't do pull, none of that. It's
No,
fucking horrible.
And anybody who can do that
Yes.
is
A better man than I.
Ron
Yeah.
Jeremy S.
Oh,
Ron Jeremy S.
yeah, you got for
I
for you to
guarantee-
be doing that shit, and also a woman who's going to allow you
Yeah.
to do that. That's chlorine going up her cool.
You gotta
her-
And a
have-
lot of
like,
friction.
Yeah.
You need that lady that was on the internet selling shower bars because she was loving hip hop in Atlanta. She's
Yeah.
hanging off the thing, one leg's up on the ceiling. Like, my wife is not going to go
Oh, I
to
guarantee
yoga
you.
classes.
So I doubt. Now, on the edge of the pool, I'm sure somebody. That's why I was not sticking my head or my face on the edge of the pool,
Okay.
man, or anywhere on the ground.
More than
Let's
once.
dunk.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure Mr. Fireman hose or whatever probably fucked in the pool.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Not my pool. So
You don't know that,
those
though.
guys- I don't. Did they check out and then they were
I
just
don't know.
haggling
Do you?
over the fireman's
I
pump?
don't know. Do you know that?
At
Yeah, we
10
saw him
couples.
on the next day.
Okay,
so
okay,
yeah.
fair
Out of
You know what,
10
though?
couples, 9
Here's
have
the
to fuck
thing.
in the
If you go to that hotel room,
Okay.
and like you don't go to
But it gets-
McDonald's and go,
Oh,
I
yeah.
wonder how many boogers that teenager put in a burger today.
Yeah.
I wonder how many hairs are going to be in the chili. You go in thinking I'm going to get a clean bowl of chili.
Yeah.
That motherfucker saw that pool and he went, "That's my clean bowl of chili." And he fucking picked his wife up and he carried her across that motherfucking threshold, snatched them drawers off, heated the sauna up, and jumped in that motherfucking pool.
Thank you,
I
Brian
respect that.
Maxwell.
Yeah,
That is it.
Would you do me a favor? Brian and Shell's waiting outside,
Got it.
if you wouldn't mind. So, all right, let's continue. So, after that, you jump in the sauna.
Sauna.
It's heated up
Yep,
enough.
it's beautiful.
Okay, again,
Absolutely gorgeous.
Again, you're naked.
Again.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Why not?
No berries. You didn't lay down a towel. or
Yeah, oh
anything?
yeah,
Did you
towels.
clothe
Oh my
yourself at
God,
any
towels.
point after? I think I would have went naked the whole fucking weekend and never left the room.
No, we left the room because we didn't have the meal plan.
Ah,
so
yeah.
Right.
They
we had to
wouldn't
go
even let-
forage.
You can't even buy things of food at the gift shop without the meal plan.
Exactly, we could have, but it was
And
just
how long? All right, you're in there. How long before you fire up that champagne hot tub? Like,
I was
would've-
that
would've-
day. We
Oh,
we
that's
did
next.
it the
That was
next
step-
day.
oh,
Yeah, we did the
you
next
waited
day.
till the next day.
Yeah, because you have to have. Listen to this guy. No romance. You got to save stuff for the next day.
No, man. you don't know what's
You
gonna happen
gotta-
next day, man.
He's like, all
Oh,
right,
yeah.
we're gonna try everything in this fucking place.
Well, you might get nuked from
It's like,
orbit.
all right, honey. Here's the plan, Debbie. You go do the champagne hot tub. I'm gonna do the sauna, and then you go to have dinner, and I'm gonna go check out the gift shop.
Yeah.
We're gonna see everything on this fucking island today.
Yeah.
I'm saying the next day could be
Yeah, exactly.
could be Judgment Day. You don't know that.
Nah. You said you
Live
kidding?
like you're dying, man.
Exactly.
That's good
You
for
know
you,
how I
but for
live.
me, I was living like there was gonna be a next day, and we're gonna
Okay.
something to look forward to.
Right.
So we did, and it was a blast. We actually
Well,
went out and bought bubble bath, which was nice, and we went
You
to this.
put bubble bath in the champagne glass?
That's what you have to do.
Oh,
man.
is that the protocol? I don't know. This is what
Yeah.
I need these things
is-
explained to me.
I never would have thought of that, but that's fucking champagne has bubbles.
So
Yeah.
when you go the
You're a
glass,
genius.
the glass is an actual hot tub.
Yeah.
So there's water in there already.
No, you have to. No, at the bottom at the stem, it's
How does
not the
this work?
champagne flute. It's like one of those old styley champagne.
Sure.
So you have to fill it up. It takes about an hour to fill up the tub.
So it's drained.
That's
every
why I
time.
waited until
Yeah,
the
you
next
drain
day.
it.
Okay.
You drain it. It gets scrubbed, and you
There's
know.
a woman actually goes in there and
Yeah.
scrubs it.
Yeah.
And you saw
I'm not
this
gonna
too.
lie. The fact that
You
that
saw a
water
woman scrub
drains
it.
I saw her,
changes
yeah.
everything.
What'd you do? Sit there and watch the whole cleaning process? Like
Part,
what that?
you kidding? You kidding? If I'm using that tub, you bet I'm gonna check out what they're doing.
So you were in there while housekeeping was in there, 8
Sure.
o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night, whatever the hell.
No, it was in the morning.
But I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
She scrubbed it in the morning, which is good.
The fucking chemicals that they put in that shit.
So
have
caustic.
to be as bad as catching just a little
you're
bit,
probably right.
just a little bit on your lip. Like it's all gonna fucking
You're probably
kill us.
right.
It's
God-
fine.
God bless
the
you.
point was to give his wife the greatest experience possible
Right.
at that place.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you don't show up
Okay.
and go, all right, honey, don't touch anything.
All right, honey, let's get in our hazmat suits.
You start Breaking Bad all over the fucking room for 4 or 5 hours. You're setting up Dexter's kill room with
Right.
plastic. All right, honey, now we can have sex.
Right. So,
Yeah, it
all right.
was-
So you went out and bought Mr. Bubble, and you
Yeah.
put it in the champagne
Oh, yeah.
glass, and you filled it up, and,
yeah.
and it was how was it?
It was awesome.
Was it everything it was advertised to be?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Or was it more of a novelty? It was like, all right, we did it.
You know, it was a novelty. It was not. It's not like I'm gonna build one in my backyard.
Okay.
But it was actually pretty cool. It's something that if you've got one romantic bone in your body, I would recommend doing this.
Right.
Go to a place like this. Not necessarily
and if, you don't,
Cove
if you're
Haven.
not romantic and you're a man out there, fucking change your fucking life.
Yeah,
Okay.
seriously,
You're
you
doing
should
it
do that.
wrong.
Yeah.
That's what they
sure.
want. They don't want anything else. They want a little bit of romance,
Right.
a little bit of respect,
And a fireman pump.
yeah, some
The
of them do
fireman's
want the
pump.
fireman
If
pump.
that ain't enough, get the fireman's pump.
Yeah.
And if she wants the fireman's pump, sneak
Yeah.
out in the middle of the night.
So
and
how
find
long?
another
How long
lady.
were you in the hot tub for?
About an hour.
All right,
yeah,
so you got
Time to be in a hot tub.
Yeah, it's a lot of time to be in a hot tub,
yeah.
right?
All right, so you got prune fingers, and then you got out.
Yeah, and then we got out. It was like,
Okay.
all right, it's cool.
All right. So what was next after that? Like, what's
We went
left?
exploring, man. We I mean, it's in the
play-
Poconos.
Right. How many games of pool did you play?
None. No, I don't trust those people. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Didn't play video games. Didn't
All right,
do
so
the
you
archery
weren't Paul
thing.
Newman. You didn't whip
No,
out
we
the pool
got
cue.
massages, which was cool.
Oh, they had a spa there?
Oh yeah,
Or
they had
was
a spa.
it in room?
No, spa. They
You
have a
went to the
spa.
spa. Okay.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. Okay.
They had
All
a
right.
spa, and then we went.
Did the
exploring.
couples massage next to each other?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What was that like? I've never done it before.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because you're like, hey, honey, how you feeling? Oh, it's cool.
All right. And how the dude Thor who massaged you? How was he?
He was awesome and surprisingly gentle.
Did you get a
I'm
dude or
kidding.
you get a
No,
woman?
we got 2 women.
2 women.
Yeah, 2
okay.
masseuses, not masseurs.
Right.
Masseuse.
Okay. Right on.
Masseuses? Is it really masseuse?
Masseuse, yes.
A masseuse.
All right. 1 hour and 90 minutes.
I think it was 40 minute massage.
40?
40, yeah. Or no, wait, it's like 45-minute massage.
Does a massage hurt? I've
No.
never had one. Tabby had one. She said it fucking hurt.
Really? No, you don't get. That's like deep tissue.
Yeah, I think that's what they did. Yeah.
Get the
No, you got to do
therapeutic.
get therapeutic or relaxation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's what
great
I
because you
need.
get the happy ending at the end. It's great.
They're not, and I'm totally against fucking sex trafficking and all those
Sure.
things. But I live in this tiny little town where I kind of know everything because
Right.
I know all the drug dealers. I know
do?
all the cops.
Oh,
I've
you're-
lived there for the long. And
You're the
there's
mayor.
a fucking rub and tug.
Sure.
For 2 years in that town, I didn't know. They just shut it down.
Was it called the Lotus of Asia?
It
Like,
was absolutely Asian and racist as you could possibly
Sure.
be.
Oh, my
It's
God.
what people want.
and like you would get from what I'm told because I like you go in like the cops went in and they were undercover like the
Right.
first time they went in and they were like, yeah, we're for a massage. She was like, you want this?
Oh.
Oh, well, you're not fuck. How did you stay open for 2 fucking years? Where as soon
there's-
as I walk in, you're asking me if I want a hand job.
There's some corruption going on. There's definitely someone was turning a
Gotta
blind
think
eye.
though, right?
There's protocol, Brian. There's if you're a cop, you go in there. The
You have
masseuses-
to, yeah.
Is that like free coffee at the convenience store
No, 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 but
that you
the-
visit? Hey, I
yeah,
get a
the-
handy
the-
every Tuesday.
The protocol is the masseuse, if you want to call her that, asks you, "Are you a cop?" And legally, you have to answer yes or no. You have to answer truthfully.
I don't
If
know,
you are-
man.
So they did it wrong.
I saw some documentary that totally ruined everything about because I've been to a prostitute, like one of those brothel houses where you go in
Have
and
you
you
now?
pick your lady.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I took a friend of mine, his girlfriend broke up with him
Oh,
on
so
his
he was,
birthday.
yeah, so you took him
and
there.
I got my paycheck that day. It was like $450.
Yeah.
And I spent the whole thing on me and him at this whorehouse
man.
called Miko's in Nashville's closed now. And
You don't.
yeah,
Sting
they don't
operation,
stay
yeah.
open more than a year.
And
so
was it everything you thought it would be, or was it more of a job?
It
like a
was
kind of
it was great
was it-
until it was over, and I was like,
Oh.
"Fucking shit! What did I just do?" Because I spent all that money, but at the same time, like this chick gave me a bath and
Really?
like oh yeah,
Oh, well, that's what you do when you get the whole hour, Mike. When you only get the half hour, you don't get the bath.
I didn't
yeah
want
yeah
the
yeah
bath,
no
really.
it's
Thank you.
but it was I was real nervous
Sure.
And she could sense that, I guess. And I guess like all these guys are coming in all the time,
Right.
like this, it's the Wild West.
Sure.
And I was being real respectful of her and shit.
Right.
Like not
Did
treating
you take
her
her?
like
You
a
wanted
whore.
to. You wanted to take her home. Hey, come on home and meet my parents.
It just felt, even though I was there, like I paid you for sex, and we both know this. It felt wrong. Like I was like, if you don't want to do it, it's okay. We can just
Cool.
talk.
That's what I like
Can I
about you,
cuddle?
Maxwell. You're still a human being.
And I saw this documentary about like girls that get kidnapped
Sure.
and all that. Like,
yeah, they're forced into it. It sucks.
No,
Yeah,
I could never support, like, because you don't know. I'm pretty sure most of those girls were there of their own fruition.
But you don't know that.
But it may very well be because they were forced into the sex trade when they were 14, and now they're just okay with it,
Right.
So
Right.
it's not good.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Yeah, I bought a $20 blowjob one time when I was 16 in Memphis. That's not good either. You don't want to do that.
All right. So, getting off that particular subject.
So that was your trip, Mike.
Do you talk about this stuff on your pod?
I talk about everything.
Okay, good. Now, how do we get this pod? Because this is the stuff I'd like to. I listen
I'm doing two right now.
Badboardy.com?
Yeah, badboardy.com. BADBOARDIE.com.
Okay. And that's what the pod is called too?
No. That is my production company.
Okay.
The
What's the pod
podcast
called?
is Maxwell's House.
Okay.
That's more about my life, and we've been doing that one for longer than the
Okay.
other one. I've got a new one with my buddy Matt Robinson. It's called Matt Delivers. He's a super smart guy.
Matt Delivers.
He's a pizza guy.
Okay.
And he delivers pizzas because he can't take the accountant's test. He has a degree to be an accountant, but he can't
Right.
take it because he got busted for pot.
Okay, which sucks. Like,
It's
that's
fucking horrible, and it's. I know that he's interesting and he has all these crazy stories.
Okay.
So I was looking for somebody
Sure.
to sit across from me, and he nailed it. He opened up. The first one he was real nervous, but the second one
yeah.
he really opened up and he told the most embarrassing story.
All right, so I'm sorry. Paul delivers.
Matt delivers.
Matt
delivers.
Maxwell's
Matt delivers.
House. You can get on YouTube, search Bad Bordy, Night of the Living Dead. There's a 2-hour commentary track that I did with him on
cool.
there for Night of the Living Dead.
Right.
Now I'm going to have to listen to that one.
Yeah, so I mean,
So
it's
for continuing adventures of Maxwell. And,
yeah. I mean, I would certainly appreciate it. I think that the content on there is worth your time. I wouldn't fucking.
rivals the goings on of Tell 'em Steve Dave. You're saying.
Oh, I mean, we had this conversation last night where I compared myself to Jay-Z and Master P. So,
love it.
so it's a high level
Okay.
of confidence right now. And like I said, it has a lot to do with the MeUndies stuff.
Okay.
I've never written anything and put it out there in the world where a bunch
No.
of people are like, "That's fucking
No,
amazing."
but for those of you who don't know, Tell 'em Steve Dave has MeUndies as an advertiser. Maxwell took it upon himself to cut a whole story and commercials, like cinematic.
yeah.
And I love how much work you put into those spots.
48 hours, that Tom Brady one. Straight
it was
48.
great.
No sleep.
Yeah, it was
I was
great.
editing it up until the time that
I
it
know
got sent
exactly
out,
how
yeah.
you feel, where you were so excited about something that you
Yeah.
just want to complete it and have everybody
Yeah.
hear it, and that's what you did.
Yeah, it's hard for me to get into, and it's why I'm looking at leaving the job that I'm at now.
Yeah, this is a weed smoker we're talking to.
Yeah.
The weed smoker with drive, man, you can't stop him. Just look at Kevin.
Yeah. That's such a. It's like lazy people aren't lazy because they smoke weed. Lazy people are lazy because they're fucking lazy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just they happen to smoke weed.
Yeah.
There's nothing in my life that gives me more focus and drive than a little bit of pot. I don't know why, and I'm not saying it's for everybody.
Nope.
But that's what centers me. That's what puts me where I need to be. Like, I have a lot of back pain and shit. Just had a surgery. I don't do pills. I don't do all those
it's
fucking
weed.
pills.
Just
Don't
weed.
like them.
Just
Don't hate
relax
them.
a little
I've
bit.
managed that shit for a decade
Sure.
with weed, and I've been to jail a lot for that. But I got smart. I got hip to it.
Again, these are all stories that you can hear on
All on Maxwell's
podcast.
House. We get pretty deep into a lot of. You can hear about when my dad died and the guard told me. You can hear about me putting a lighter in my
God.
butt. You can hear
Oh,
about
wow.
all kinds of great things.
Yeah, the man has been incarcerated. He's
Badboardy.com,
This guy-
Maxwell's House, fucking Matt delivers.
This guy's
Thank
been
you.
in the joint,
Excellent.
man. So, Mike, my last question for
Yes.
you: like, how dirty did you leave the room? You know what I'm talking about? Like, how many deposits did you leave? Like the
I did more than my share.
Did you?
I mean, yeah, if you that's
In
what
the
you-
room?
Are you at? You mean like on the ceiling or something?
Sure.
No, I didn't do anything like that. That's. I'm sorry, I'm not that.
Oh yeah, no, we cleaned our hotel room
Yeah,
before
see?
we left. Like, we changed the trash and put all the towels and like.
Yeah,
I can't
we did all
stand
that
people who
stuff, yeah.
fuck a hotel room up.
next person who come, next person staying there right now, it's you left it spot free. Spotless.
No, it's actually
not spotless.
No, it's spotless. No, I didn't bring my CSI kit, but you know,
Well,
for
the
most
lady
part-
with all that fucking shock did. She
Yeah.
took care of it. It's fine.
she'll get that. We cleaned up.
Did you leave your mark, Mike?
We left no mess.
Okay.
We left no mess.
I respect that so
Thank
much.
you. Because what we do is, hey, you might leave some important shit in your hotel room if you don't check.
Sweep the room. That's exactly what I said when I woke up. The kids start from one side to the other and test.
Meet in the middle.
Sweep the room. You're checking under things, put all the trash in the right location.
Yep.
I respect that.
And you turn off all the lights. You don't want to do any...
Sure.
I lost my Monroeville Zombies jersey from the first Brentford trip. The first fucking trip. Everybody signed it.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody. And I left it at the hotel. I called them 2 hours later.
They chucked it.
It had my goddamn name on the back of it and everything. They threw it away.
Yeah,
Gone.
of course it did, yeah.
Oh, why wouldn't...
And that's the thing is I couldn't be mad about it. Like,
right.
I left my laptop in Atlanta when I came to see you motherfuckers
I remember
at the
that.
con.
I remember that.
SMod fan came and rescued it and sent it back to me. That's like I had it. And this is the power of the View Askew universe as it spills out. I left my laptop in Atlanta. It was on my doorstep 48 hours later from a guy that I didn't even know.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, hell, he got stuck in Nashville, rented his hotel room for the day before.
Yeah.
And they were just going to drive back to Atlanta. Yeah. And he was super tired. We'd just done all the shows. Like, we just come to the house, man.
Yeah, stay here.
And they were like, no. And I was like, look, I got a door that locks and everything. Like, no, Kevin won't come in and sleep. They were super nervous about why I said that. But then I explained it to them. No, you're staying in Kevin's room. And if you don't lock the door, you're going to wake up. Yeah, I've got 2 sons with autism.
Yeah.
And that whole Rob Schneider thing, he's a fucking idiot. Vaccinate your kids. Don't be fucking stupid.
Don't be,
Nothing perturbs me more than people that ask me, do you think vaccinations cause autism? No, they don't. That's a fact. That's called science. Knock that shit off.
Yes.
Fucking, you know what kills kids? Fucking measles.
Yes.
That's what kills kids.
Measles, mumps, and rubella.
Why do more kids have autism? Maybe because more kids are alive. I don't fucking know. Let's not let them die from measles.
Right.
What the fuck was I talking about? I'm sorry. Rob Schneider makes me angry. You and Jenny McCarthy.
Let's get rid of the two of them.
Yeah.
And
so just sum up. Did you have a good time?
We had a great time.
Are you going to go back?
My wife had a great time.
Will you go back?
Probably not.
Why?
The staff wasn't as friendly as you would expect.
Okay.
That whole you don't have the meal plan. And when I'm checking out, nobody asked me, hey, how was your stay? Did you have a good time? They're just like, here you go.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck you.
All right, so you guys had a good time. You rekindled the romance.
We had a good time. We didn't have to, but
knocked some bottoms out.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love that though.
Nice.
Didn't have to rekindle, but it was great. It was.
I feel the same way. I think that Mike is very much him and his wife are very much in the same line. As like I can't explain to you why I wake up every morning and I see my wife and I love her just as much as I did the first day we got together, but I do. And it's just something to be said about that. And listening to you talk about that, like you pick her up and all that, that's fucking amazing to me, man. Because it almost doesn't exist in this world anymore.
No, it does not.
Now we have to make it. That's what happens.
Oh yeah, like chivalry is not dead.
Yeah, most people go right to the fireman's hose.
Like my 2 kids, I almost got in a fight with a dude at McDonald's over his kid. His kid's pushing my kids, right? And I see that he sees that his kid is pushing my kid.
Doesn't do anything.
Because I try to let them work that shit out on their own if it's not like. And now I see that he sees what's happening and he says nothing. So I looked at Mike and I said, Mike is my oldest son who doesn't have autism, and Keith is my middle son. He does have autism, and Kevin is the youngest that has autism. This kid's pushing Kevin. Kevin is 4 at the time, and he pushes him again. And I said, Mike, the next time that kid pushes Kevin, I want you to knock his block off.
Yeah.
And Mike doesn't know what to do because Mike's never punched anybody in his life. The whole point was for this guy to hear me say it.
Yeah.
So he stands up and he looks at me and he's like, he's only 4, man. And I said, the kid he's pushing is 4 and he has autism and he ain't acting like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
I said, it ain't that he's 4. I said, you're a shitty fucking parent. I said, why don't you get off your fucking laptop with your free fucking McDonald's Wi-Fi and take your dumb ass back to the trailer park.
Yes.
And he said something, and then I said, hey, baby, I'm going to go outside and talk to this gentleman right quick. Right. I said, why don't you follow me outside, Chief? And he packed up his whole shit and
he left. He turned tail?
Oh, yeah. He didn't fucking want none.
Yeah, well, you're also 6'4", like freaking,
and you're also Brian Maxwell,
like,
so and that voice of yours is enough to intimidate anyone.
And it's like before it would just be this blow up and it would be ridiculous and it was almost kind of comical to people. But now it's like I'm able to I watched it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let this play out. I'm gonna let my kids learn how to handle conflict on their own. But once I found out that an adult was allowing his kid to bully my kid,
stop that.
I'll pull your fucking head off in this McDonald's thing. And I'm not the one.
Right. So, Mike, it's probably good that you turned tail and left. It's probably
Dude.
a good
Aw,
idea.
dude.
He would have kicked you.
Really?
He would
That
have kicked.
McDonald's Wi-Fi
Yeah,
is
he's
There's a
come
Ming.
on, it's
Ming.
cracked up.
Mike,
Ming.
Mike, we have Wi-Fi at the store.
Ming. Ming.
It's okay. He would have kicked your ass. I'm just saying.
I would have, and to be honest with you, if I was doing that, I would have let you. So,
Yeah. Anyway,
and then I would have come back
Honestly,
here and beat
I
the
would have
crap out of
tried
me.
to
Well,
defuse it. Probably,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Mike, I'm glad you had a good time.
Me too.
I hope you left.
Deposits.
No, not deposits.
I
but,
left her a tip. I left our maid a
Oh,
tip.
of course,
so
you
got
should.
to.
Oh,
You
a
have
good
to.
big tip. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
What,
good
the
one.
jizz mopper?
the
Yeah,
jizz
you have to
mopper,
leave
you
her
gotta
a
leave
tip.
The jizz mopper a tip.
Yeah, we did. Oh, she was happy.
Good job, Mike. Hope you left happy. More romantic and sore. Hopefully, hope you left
Yes.
sore.
Oh, my back.
That's not what I was. Well, that was partially what I was talking about. But all right.
Oh, my fireman's pump. Brian Maxwell,
Brian
thank you
Maxwell,
for being with us, buddy.
for coming in.
Thank you guys for having me.
Badboardy.com, Maxwell's House, Matt delivers.
Matt
Listen to
delivers.
all of that. I will be subscribing today.
Thank you,
on
sir.
iTunes and on YouTube. So thank you, gentlemen. Have a good morning, everybody, and
Later, man.
later.
This has been a production of SModCo Internet Radio.